Sucker!
You are listening to the Hall of Fame. Here's Booker T and Brad Gilmore.
Class of fighters. I mean, as far as pugilism, they're the best at their game. I was talking to Showtime Sean Porter. He said it's the difference between someone of a sniper caliber or somebody with a machine gun.
Oh, that's a good way of putting it. I like that.
You know, so definitely these two young men are definitely going to bring the noise on Saturday night. Guys, live only on pay-per-view, Showtime pay-per-view. Go to on any device and make sure you check this fight out. You don't want, if you miss this fight, guys, it's going to be like missing something that you would, like missing your baby girl getting born or something. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's the way this.
I agree. This fight
big.
is like childbirth. It's exactly this. It's exactly the same. Yeah, Showtime.com/pay-per-view to order, of course. Now let me ask you this, because this is what I was thinking. Now, Errol Spence Jr. has been on the show before.
Yep.
Friend of the show, fellow Texan. And normally I would pick the Texan every time. And you know what? I know that you're going to be unbiased in this, but I'm riding with the home team always. I'm going to go Errol Spence Jr. But here's the thing that worries me.
Look here. I didn't say I didn't want Errol Spence.
You said you're not picking him.
No, I say I'm not going to pick. I'm not going to pick anybody.
No, I know, I understand. But let me tell you the one thing that concerns me about this Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford fight. For Errol Spence Jr., of course, 28-0 is Errol Spence with 22 knockouts. 39-0 is Terrance Crawford. That doesn't concern me. The betting line right now is on Terrance Crawford, -160. That doesn't concern me. Do you know what concerns me for Errol Spence Jr.? Terrance Crawford's from Nebraska. They don't have anything to do out there but fight. In Texas, you can go to the club, you can go see a concert, you can go see the Cowboys play. It's cold. It's cold there. So you know what they do? They stay inside and they fight. That's the only thing that concerns me.
That's not what concerns me. What concerns me for Errol Spence is that southpaw, switching back and forth. Bud Crawford can do the same exact thing.
Right.
I look at Errol Spence as being that sniper, that guy that looking for that precision punch to get you out of there. Bud Crawford, he could hit you on the shoulder and shake you. You know what I mean? He can catch you in the chest, and knock the wind out of you. He's got that one-punch knockout power. And there again, I was talking to Sean Porter about that, because that's one fighter that both of these fighters have in common, and that is Showtime Sean Porter. I watched that fight with Errol Spence, and Errol Spence did everything he possibly could to take Showtime Sean Porter out. He really did. He literally walked into Sean Porter's backyard and said, "I'm going to take your bowl of food, and from now on, you're going to do what I." But what happened was, Sean Porter fought tooth and nail, but the 11th round, that precision shot came into play, but did it not Showtime Sean Porter out? Didn't do it. Did that fight go the distance? Of course it did. Then you look at Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford went in there and he walked down Sean Porter from the beginning of the fight, and he took him out. He took him out in grand fashion, where his dad had to pretty much have the wherewithal to understand and know how to say, look, let's walk away from this fight and live to fight another day. That's what I'm looking at between these two fighters.
And you make a great point. The only time where you can compare two fighters who haven't fought each other before is by looking at a common opponent. If you're looking at Sean Porter for an indicator of this, obviously you're going to go with Bud Crawford as a favorite going in. Now, this is boxing. We know anything when they get into the ring can happen. When we were here for Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, I didn't see him going down on his knee and calling it a day, in the ring. Anything can happen in boxing. Now, let me ask you this. This is Errol's first fight outside the state of Texas since that Sean Porter fight, where we watched him in 2018, 2019, for that fight in LA against Sean Porter. And then right after that is when he got into the crash. 2021, he had that surgery to repair that detached retina. So this is the first fight away from home. He's fighting somebody who's not your Dennis Ugas, who's not Danny Garcia, who's Bud Crawford. Is that concerning for you coming after that fatal crash, after that surgery, away from home?
I mean, that don't concern me just because, coming off the accident, a lot of people thought he was going to be a shell of himself. And he came back and he looked just as good as he always has. I don't think, what I do think those fights prepared him for a Bud Crawford. He's not taking easy fights or anything like that. The fights that, Errol Spence has fought, those have been top-notch guys that could have easily have gone out there and beaten him. Like I said,
and he stopped Ugas.
Like I said, against Sean Porter, if Sean Porter wouldn't have gone down, that fight was so close. I mean, do I think
he won by split decision?
No. But do I still think Errol Spence, was leading that fight? I think so, but that fight was up in the air. I feel like this fight right here, Errol Spence Jr. is going to have to go to the depths of hell to walk away, still holding those 3 championships, because Terrance Crawford is the main reason I really believe this fight is happening. He moved mountains.
Yeah.
He fired people.
Yeah.
Just to make sure nobody was going to get in the way of perhaps history on Saturday night. So for me, I'm looking at that guy, and I'm looking at him as far as being a guy that's willing to go in there and lay down on his shield if you have to.
Showtime.com/PPV to order. Available on all the major streaming apps as well. You can order the fight there. Now, when you say that, book, I completely agree with you. And the thing about it is, we're actually getting 2 fighters still in their prime, fighting one another. And it's not the normal boxing thing where the guys dodge each other for years and years and years. Finally, we're getting this fight. People didn't think it was going to happen. It's going to go down in just a couple of days. And guess what? We're going to be there. We're going to see it. We're going to see this live and in living color. You know what they say, Booker? You know what they say? They say the road to the throne is long.
Yeah. But no, man, I'm excited about this fight. I'm excited about these 2 young men getting in there and mixing it up. Like I say, not since I was a little boy, Hagler Hearns, Leonard Duran, that really made me feel like the true 2 best fighters in the division is mixing it up. Who's going to walk away? Is it going to be a spectacular knockout? Is it going to go to distance? The one thing I think concerns me more than anything, I know we got to take a break here next time. One thing that concerns me more than anything is this fight going to distance and the judges playing a huge role in you and I as fans leaving the arena going, man, come on out again. So I feel like I don't know who's going to be the judges in this fight, but the judges should have been vetted. They should have been had to do a deposition and everything.
Background check.
I'm serious.
Who do you know?
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Before they was appointed this matchup, because that's the one thing about this fight game that has always took me back a little bit. The fighters go out there and fight so hard, but there is that one form of what should we call it, corruption? Whatever.
Yeah, no, every time I think about judges, I always go back to Triple G and Canelo 1 and 2. When Triple G definitely, in my opinion, won the first fight. And the second fight might have been a tie, but they gave it to Canelo.
Well,
and that's the thing about boxing, man. It's always got that asterisk by it.
Go back and watch Roy Jones Jr. Go back and watch that one. You're talking about a highway robbery. I'm talking about Roy Jones beat this Korean boxer up like he stole something, like he was his daddy. I mean, for 3 rounds, just beat him up. And when they called the decision, they said 3 rounds or 2. He's a Korean kid. And Roy Jones, 19 years old, almost broke his spirit, but